Good afternoon. Hope you're having a good beginning to this week. Talking about weeks, tonight is the holiday of Shavuot. When we begin to celebrate a two-day holiday into Tuesday evening, when God gave the Jewish people the Torah 3,337 years ago on Mount Sinai in the desert, after they left Egypt, they counted in anticipation for 49 days, and then the 50th day they got the Torah. Now the question is, what does Shavuot mean? Shavuot means weeks. But weeks? Why do we call a holiday weeks? And not only that, think about it. It's the only holiday that doesn't have a mitzvah, not matzah, not eating in a sukkah, not blowing shofar, not fasting, not lighting a menorah. There's no specific holiday. And why wouldn't we? There's no specific mitzvah. Zman Chag Toratenu, the holiday of our Torah. Why would we call it Shavuot? Now, Shavuot means weeks. And the reason, of course, we call it Shavuot is because we counted for 7 weeks in anticipation from Egypt to receive the Torah at Sinai. But why did we pick this as the name? And the parable the rabbis give is the parable of a wedding, of a husband and wife. You see, there's another reason for the name Shavuot. Because Shavuot also means an oath. Because that's the day when God swore his allegiance to the Jewish people, and we promised God to be the bride and to study and to keep the mitzvot and to embrace and to cherish the Torah. And just like with a marriage, right? Imagine you have an engagement and then you get married. And imagine if you called the marriage by the name engagement. Of course, we would never do that. But yet, the engagement time is super important. Why? Because although you get married and you have a beautiful wedding and there's flowers and there's food and there's decor and there's music, ultimately, it's not about that moment. It's about how you treat each other, how you engage, the love every day in the engagement, then after the marriage. That's what shows that you're committed to this. The wedding is just a celebration of that. And the same is true with Sinai. You see, Shavuot is the holiday when we celebrate that anticipation the Jewish people had. Every day they counted in excitement and anticipation to receive the Torah. And then at the Sinai we promised God that we will keep it. And think about it, 3,337 years ago, go into any community in the entire world, and what do they study? The same Torah, the same exact 5 books of Moses. In fact, every letter in every Torah around the world is the same. And we cherish it, and we study. Tonight we're going to stay up at night to show how much we love God, to show how engaged we are. It's not just that we're celebrating Torah on this moment. It's something that we show in our strength and our love throughout the year. And that's the power of it. You know, it's interesting, because when God gave the Jewish people the Torah and the 10 Commandments, he didn't speak in the plural, he spoke in the singular. I am God, you're God. Why did he speak in the singular and not in the plural? And the Rebbe says something very powerful. Because if God would speak in the plural, then each Jew would say, oh, it's someone else's problem, it's someone else's possibility. There's an old anecdote about this community that had exactly 10 people. And every Shabbos they had a minyan. And then one day, the 11th person moved. And that day, nobody showed up in shul, because everyone thought, they don't need me, so someone else will do it. So God says, Anochi Hashem Elokecha, I am your God. You. I'm not speaking to somebody else. I'm speaking to every single Jew in the singular. And this takes on so much importance and relevance in a time since October 7th. Because when you look around the world, you think about what's going on. And every Jew could say, there's another 13, 14 million Jews. Do I have to speak up? Do I have to stand up? Do I have to donate? Do I have to commit? Do I have to go to Israel? Do I have to help? Do I have to go to a rally? Do I have to study more? Do I have to engage with my Torah mitzvah more? And the answer is yes. Each one of us counts. Each one of us, God spoke to us in the individual, because we matter. And in fact, I mentioned yesterday in Shul that Rachel Pollan, the mother of Hirsch Pollan, who was killed in captivity in Gaza, when she spoke at the YU, graduation, she said something very powerful at the end. Many powerful things. One thing she said was, she says, it doesn't matter what you think, it doesn't matter what you believe, it doesn't matter how you feel, just do it. And she screamed, just do it, do it, do it. That's what the Jews said at Nasa and Nishma. When God told them about the Torah first, they said, Nasa we will do, and then Nishma we will hear. It wasn't relevant Yet what they hear before they decided, they will do it. And that's what we need now more than ever. Each Jew is important for you and for me. And that's why I ask you, where are you going to be tomorrow? Shavuot is the most underrated holiday. Tonight and tomorrow we celebrate the gift that changed the world and the Jewish people forever. Tomorrow the tradition is that every single child, man and woman, have to hear the 10 Commandments. Where are you going to be? Well, we have 2 meetings tomorrow. One at 11:30 at Shul, the big, huge dairy kiddush with someone coming to make sushi and ice cream and pastas and cheeses and drinks and whatever you want, they'll be there. And then we have a second meeting for those that can't come by in the morning. We're making specifically a special one at 6 p.m. So every single Jew could stand in Shul and listen to the 10 Commandments and say, I am here, I am being counted, I know that God spoke to me, I will make a difference for the future of the Jewish people. Am Yisrael Chai, Chag Shavuot Sameach.